5 homeschooled guys walk into a bar. That's it. That's the whole joke. No, but I'm going to tell you the story of how I had to invent a cover story to save my best friend's wedding. Carl was my childhood best friend. We met in homeschool group. We were both homeschooled. I helped him with his Eagle Scout project. Just a lot of real homeschooly stuff. But Carl was getting married. He was the first one in our friend group to get married, and it was the night before his wedding, and we knew that we had to send Carl off in style. So we decided that we were going to have an epic bachelor party night, me and 4 other homeschool dudes. So we all pile into the minivan and head off to the bar. Quick side note about this particular minivan. My sweet, sweet mother found out that we were going to go out for a night on the town and recommended that we borrow her friend's minivan for the trip. And homeschool guys love a minivan. We absolutely love it. It's our favorite thing. We're sluts for minivans, you know? So we get in the minivan and we head to the bar. We get to the first bar of the evening. We pile out of the minivan. We walk into the bar and this place is jumping, y'all. The music was pounding. People were dancing and getting drunk. And we looked so out of place. So out of place. Most of us had our shirt tucked into our jeans. One guy was wearing homemade pants. We were lost. We were very, very lost. And we didn't know what to do. Most people our age had gotten to experience the party life in high school. That's where they started drinking. That's where they started partying. But we were homeschooled, and we were 22 years old at this time. We had no idea what to do. So my idea was, well, let's go talk to the bartender and explain the situation to him. And surely he'll point us in the right direction. So we go up to the bartender. We explain that we are here for a party, right? What should we do? We've heard shots are good. Maybe we could start with some shots. And he agreed with us and recommended a Four Horsemen shot. Now, if you don't know what's in a Four Horsemen, it's 4 different liquors: Jim Beam, Jameson, Jack Daniels, and Johnny Walker. It is a nightmare in a shot glass. And that's what he recommended. Now, up until this point, my only experience drinking was with Carl when he turned 21 and we went to the liquor store. He went inside. I had to wait in the car because I wasn't old enough yet. And he bought us a 12-pack of Smirnoff Ice. Yeah. Which we took to the lake and got drunk in a canoe, which in retrospect is kind of weird. But that was the only experience we had, and we have a bartender recommending these shots. And so, of course, we agree, and we do a round of Four Horsemen. Now, once again, 0 experience drinking, so we decide, let's just keep it going with these. Might as well. And so about an hour later, we are just an absolute mess. I don't even know how many shots we had. I had at least 8 or 9. They were small drinks. I thought, yeah, this is fine. At this point, Carl is crying. Not sad tears, happy tears, because he was getting married, and he was excited about getting married. Also, he was a virgin and had been saving himself for marriage, so I think he was also a little excited about the sex and maybe a little nervous. But we decided it's time to get Carl out of here, right? So we leave the bar, we pile back into the minivan, and we head home. And on the drive back, about an hour-long drive, halfway through, a couple guys in the car start not feeling great. And Carl felt the worst. He was, the bachelor, and so we had to make sure that he had the best time. So he did the most shots, of course. And he starts feeling sick and saying, guys, I think I might be sick. So we hand him a plastic trash bag, which we had on deck because it's a homeschool minivan. And just tell Carl, if you're going to get sick, just do it in the plastic trash bag. Pretty clear instructions. Carl did get sick quite a few times, completely missed the trash bag and ended up throwing up all over himself in the floor of the minivan. So at this point, obviously, we've got to pull the minivan over. We open the door to get Carl out so he can, throw up with dignity. But Carl immediately takes his pants off for some reason. and goes on a little excursion on the side of the highway. He was a mess. He was alternating between throwing up and laying down in the grass, and kept telling us to just leave him there. But if you know anything about homeschoolers, it's no man left behind. We finally got Carl back into the minivan, and we got home. And of course, at this point, we've got to figure out how to clean up this minivan because it was a disaster on the inside. So we cleaned it up as best we could, but I don't know if y'all are aware of whiskey throw up. It's pretty persistent. It's hard to get out. We went to return the minivan the next morning, a few hours before the wedding, and my sweet mom, the first thing she noticed was the smell, and demanded an answer. I had to think quick, obviously, and so I explained to her that on the way home from the bachelor party, the group was feeling a little hungry, so we stopped by Sonic and got chili cheese dogs, and someone must have spilled a chili cheese dog in the minivan, and that was definitely what the smell was. She wasn't buying it. So she looped in the groom's mom, so now it's two moms against me, demanding to know, why does this car smell like hot vomit? I stuck by the story, though, y'all. Chili cheese dog till I die. And I never, ever told my mom the truth. And so I'm really hoping she doesn't watch this. And if she does see this, Mom, I'm sorry, and I love you so much. Carl did end up getting married. He made it to the wedding. The day was saved. But he threw up at least 5 times in the bushes right outside the wedding chapel before the ceremony. Yeah. And he never had another Four Horsemen shot after that. Quite a few Smirnoff Ice, though. He definitely kept going with that. Thank you all so much. I'm Davey Jackson.